Welcome everybody this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us for your official e-immersion graduation ceremony. Give me
Whoa.
What an epic 6 weeks you've had. We started back on the 26th of September and we are now in the 4th of November. Where has the time gone? I'm sure that you are feeling every one of those weeks right now, but we're delighted to have some celebration time with you and to have our colleagues joining us from the University of Hong Kong as well. So over the next hour, we're going to welcome our guests from Hong Kong and share a greeting with you. We're also going to do a little bit of program review. We know you've been reflecting all morning, so we'll just a couple of questions to get you thinking back to where you began and where you are now. And then there'll be lots of drum rolls for the student showcase reveal who were the finalists and the representatives of each room. We're super excited to show you those. We'll be hearing from some of our fabulous class representatives, some student remarks, and then it'll be time to say farewell and take some photos and all those sorts of things. But before we get too far along, as we always do in any official ceremony in Australia, we would like to welcome you here to this ceremony with an acknowledgement of country. And I would like our read aloud specialist to read it for us. Kira, can we hand over to you?
The Queensland Institute acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea, and community. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today. We recognise the importance of Indigenous nations everywhere and are committed to developing mutual understanding and respect for all cultural traditions and for linguistic diversity. We thank you for sharing the languages and culture of your teaching context with us over the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kira. And I'd now like to hand over to Tanya to greet you all and say hello from the University of Hong Kong. Welcome, Tanya.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so lovely to see you all gathered here. And as I say, I'm sure you've had a very enriching and fruitful 6 weeks. Certainly, I know you've had lots that you've been doing. And, you know, I've been having a wee look at some of your things like your Padlets. And I just feel like you've done a lot, you've learned a lot. I know it takes a lot of stamina to keep going through an online delivered program. So I just want to say well done to all of you, Hong Kong U PGDE people, but also a huge thank you to all of the lovely QI teachers for all of your very careful organization, your preparation and your care for our students in the last number of weeks. So I feel and I hope that you have quite a lot of strategies, ideas, experiences in your teaching toolkit that will be of use to you, not just in the PGDE, but well beyond that. Okay, so we saw whenever we had visitors from Fanling Gaoyuan College in your SUP talk coming and using Padlet. So these tools are more and more widely used. And of course, we'll be thinking about connecting your e-immersion experience when we have a combined session, primary and secondary, together in major methods a bit later on in November. But this is your moment. So congratulations, everybody. Woohoo! I'm delighted for you. And thank you for keeping going. A huge thank you to our partners at QI who are marvelous, and very well done to everyone. Thank you.
Yay. You can give Tanya a round of applause too. She's been working very hard in the background over the last 6 weeks and collaborating and supporting us throughout your program. So thank you, Tanya, and for joining us today as always. So I'm going to take you back in time now, back to day one. Look at those faces. back on day one, do you remember what it was like getting up in the morning? Oh gosh, this is early. How do I log in? What's the Zoom link? Oh, I forgot to have my breakfast. It's okay. Oh, we have a break, don't we? Sometime I can get some breakfast. Yeah, so all the way back then, 6 weeks actually feels like a really long time ago now when you think about how it was when we all began together. And so I'm going to ask you to share with me a little bit of a quick poll, but we're going to do it the old school way with our hands. So I'm going to ask you to show me with your hands, 5 being 100% understanding, and this being 0% understanding. I'm going to ask you to tell me, what did you know about Australia before you started immersion? I knew everything, I knew a little bit, I knew nothing. Show me with your hands. I can see a 2. Any others? A 3. Before immersion began, a 1, a 2, a 1. All right, what about now? What do you know about Australia now? Any increases? Show me. Oh, we've got some 10s going on. Some 4s, 2 about the same, but lots of people 3s and 4s. So that's great. We're delighted that we've shared a little bit of Australian education, a little bit of Australian language, a little bit of Australian culture with all of you over the course of the last 6 weeks. And of course, there is a lot more to learn. So we'd love to welcome you to Australia in the future. We know some of you already have holidays and things planned, so we can't wait to get to catch up with you here in Australia in the future. Second question, same poll. I'm going to ask you to tell me, what did you know about teaching online? Or rather, how confident did you feel teaching online before the program began? Show me with your hands. How confident did you feel before the program began? You can see some 1s and 2s, some 3s, lots of 1s and 2s. What about now? After 6 rounds of teaching online, how are you feeling? Fabulous. Some 4s, some 5s, some 6s, very creative. Yes. So good. Okay. Overall, we're delighted to see that you've definitely had lots of experiences and that you're feeling a little bit more confident in those areas. And we hope that that will continue as you return to your schools. Many of you will be going to your practicums and hopefully physically, but also many of you continuing in your tutoring roles and your other work online. So we hope that you're feeling supported to go back and do that. We've certainly enjoyed seeing your development over the last 6 weeks and being absolutely proficient in the last couple of weeks in particular. So it's time to say some congratulations to everyone. I'm going to ask you to light up your animation stamps, choose your favorite stamp, and come and congratulate Team Blue by giving them some love. Yeah, find your friends, find yourself, come and stamp. Say congratulations to the secondary team, Team Blue, who commenced their program all those weeks ago with Kira. Fabulous.
Thanks for my new glasses. I love them.
It's a good look. Righto, it's time to it's time to congratulate Team Green. Go for it. Team Green, we started together all those weeks ago, back in the first week. Fabulous. From the primary team. Yay. And the lucky last class joining us. What an amazing cohort we've had. One more primary class. Let's come and give some love to the primary team. Go Team Gold. Yeah. Little bit love, little bit love, little bit love. Yay.
That was at least 2 hair colors ago for me.
Yes, exactly. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for sharing your love for your colleagues and classmates. I'm going to take you back to another moment in time. Back to, was it week 4, we went off onto your virtual school visits and taught some Australian kids. What an amazing experience that was. And we wanted to remind you of that moment. We made a little short video to share that with you. Take you back there just for a minute. Can you see the video on screen now? Great. And give me a thumbs up when you can hear it.
Girls' education is a specialised field, and our carefully chosen staff tailor their classes specifically to the way girls learn, develop and communicate.
The International Baccalaureate, the Primary Years Program, or the PYP, helps us to support our learners through an inquiry-based program.
Yay. Gosh, they were a gorgeous couple of classes that we got to meet, weren't they? Tell me in the chat, what's one word or a couple of words to describe the students you met at Moreton Bay College? Tell me about the students. They were energetic, enthusiastic, active, adorable. Yes. I mean, so quick to put up their hands, but you guys gave them some really lovely topics and questions to ensure the kids were really engaged throughout. So we were just felt very proud to have you with us as we went to school in Australia here. So professional, really engaging. The kids are still talking about it. We spoke to Michael, the school principal, just this week, actually. And the kids still remember some of their greetings. Every time he goes into their classroom now, they're using their Cantonese greetings because they know that he's the person that organized this experience. So congratulations to you. There you go. You've left a mark here in Australia. So we had lots of other lovely experiences along the way too. Whoops. My slides have gone a bit funny. We had the guest lecture with Aussie Arts Education. Tell me again in the chat, what's one activity you remember from way back then? That Aussie Arts lecture. I remember it's an activity. Yeah, the thinking routines. What did we do when we looked at those pictures? A while ago now, isn't it? I remember slow looking. Yeah, see, think, wonder, step inside the picture. Yeah. Shapes, lines, colors. Yeah, telling the stories and the narratives of the people in the pictures. Yeah, fabulous. So we hope that you take some of those experiences back to your classrooms as well. And of course, there was lots of general awesomeness every day. You were doing different activities. Come and stamp if you can see yourself there. Give yourself a star, highlight a little stamp. I can see myself there. I can see Philippa. Can you find yourself? Vicky's
It's always easy to find myself, I have to say. That's actually the only reason I dye my hair, so I can find myself in group photos.
Look closely. I mean, I have to say, there's also been some pretty phenomenal backgrounds throughout the course. Some funny ones, some beautiful ones, and we've heard lots of stories as a result.
Some excellent mustache usage.
Yeah, the filters were well used. All right. Thanks, everybody.
And always for pedagogical purposes.
But I know we won't delay you any longer. We know you've been reflecting and reviewing all morning. So let's get into the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time to reveal the showcase shimmers and the representatives from each room. I'm going to hand over to Kira, who's going to lead us through the showcase announcements and winners in just a moment.
Thank you so much, Fiona. I think all of us wanted to just take a moment first, and I know you probably heard this from Vicky or Philippa or me yesterday, that we were just really impressed by your videos and the way that you synthesized across the course. So some people chose one particular area and did that in some detail, and some of you went across the 6 weeks and kind of combined it into one thing, and we could see that you were applying your knowledge really well. The other thing we saw some of you do was review what we did in the course and then turned that into something new, something that you are going to try based on what you discovered. So as Tanya said, you guys have collected a lot of strategies, ideas, and experiences, and we saw all of those yesterday in your videos. But as Fiona said just a moment ago, you've become very proficient in teaching over these 6 weeks. And yesterday we saw you set up great activities and we saw you run them effectively and really get a lot out of what you did. And for all of us, you know, a 3-minute video is quite fast, so we could experience how much we learn by watching and then having time to process. So well done. Everyone did such a lovely job of that yesterday. So we're going to take you from room to room and we'll tell you who as you know, you voted yesterday on 2 that you would like to represent your room. So in room A, Michelle Lee and Camille Catolico were chosen as the 2 to represent. And there will be 1 super shimmer, and that belongs to, Fiona will reveal.
Sorry, just unmute.
Drum roll.
Hey, yes, everyone can drum roll.
Hello everyone, I'm Michelle.
Congratulations, Michelle.
Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone.
The titles of my
Very
showcase
hard.
is Too Much Work, Low Preparation, Yet Engaging, Poetry and Song Activities to Develop Receptive Skills. A textbook provides useful packages for teaching and learning in primary English language classroom, but as teachers, we should not overlook the powers of authentic language art materials in language learning. Particularly, the use of songs, lyrics, and poetry can improve listening and reading comprehension. But what are some fun and simple ways of using songs and poetry to teach receptive skills? Here are the 3 types of low-prepped but engaging activities. Firstly, teachers can get students moving using poems and songs. They can allocate each student a group number, and each group has its own jump-up word. After that, teachers play the song and all students jump up when they hear their words. To double the listening challenge, teachers may give the jump-up words to the students secretly. They invite the whole class to put on a detective hat and guess each group word. Another simple way of doing this activity is having students to add words in the poem, especially verbs. You may even ask students to make up their own hand gestures representing words and even the onomatopoeia in the poem. Secondly, picture dictation is a low preparation but fun receptive skills activity in which all your students need is a blank piece of paper. Thus, listen to the poem and then make drawing to illustrate what is happening in the poem. To save time, teacher may ask students to match pictures with the meaning of the text. On the other,
I'm just going to pause us there because whilst this was a beautiful video, I think I have the wrong link in my slides and there are two Michelles. So let me see if I can find the correct Michelle's link for you.
Active learning, keep calm and
Is that right? Is active learning the one we're looking for? Yes. All right. Thank you so much, guys. But Michelle, I was really enjoying that video about poetry as well. Thank you for sharing it.
Yes, thank you both, Michelle.
Also a worthy winner, I might add. Have you got it, Fiona?
I have. Thank you.
Okay.
Michelle Lee, do you recognize your video?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought the winner is Michelle Cho, so that's why. Yeah.
No worries. No worries. I'm so sorry. Everybody, please.
All right. No problem.
Please. Video.
I love immersion. You got 2 missions today. Are you ready? Your mission for today is to learn 3 ways to immerse students into an English environment and to figure out ways to immerse packs of learners into an English environment after school. There are 3 ways to immerse secondary students into an English environment. The first way is to provide them with authentic text to work on in a visual or an auditory manner. They are real, living language written to engage readers and draw them in. Authentic texts provide real-life examples of language used in everyday situations. They are not limited to reading text, but they can be adopted as listening text. Students can immerse themselves into the process of listening and learn more about aspects of phonology, such as variations in pronunciation, connected speech, intonation, and pauses. The second way is to make good use of e-learning tools to engage students' interest to immerse themselves into the English world. From our immersion program, I got many e-learning tools to be added into my education toolkit. WorkWall helps me produce a customized pack of interactive and game-like educational activities based on any topics I teach. Jamboard is a digital whiteboard which allows students to collaborate and put down their insights on the discussion topics. They are flexible to test students' receptive knowledge and productive knowledge in English. I will also introduce another educational tool in our activity, so stay tuned. The third way is to encourage students to think in English. How to actualize it? We can ask students to narrate their days in spoken discourse as spontaneous speech or written form as free writing. Students can describe their ideas freely. This can build fluency and their confidence with ideas during their speaking or writing process. Most importantly, practice makes perfect, so they get more chances to think in English. Last but not least, I would like to share an acrostic poem to conclude the e-immersion program. I love immersion. My students need inspiration. My PY trainers are enthusiastic. E-immersion is so fantastic. Reachable goals to be accomplished, successful criteria to be established. I'm working harder, on my way to become stronger. Nurture students to be active learners. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. We love something that ends with an acrostic poem.
Oh, way.
We've all got a new appreciation for poetry these days.
Yeah, that's right. That was lovely. Thanks so much. So room A, those were the finalists. Thanks so much. Well done, everybody. I can tell you this was probably the hardest voting you guys had to do. I was very glad it was you who had to choose. Thanks so much. Room A. Okay, room B. In room B, the top 2 votes went to Jonathan and Virginia. And could we have a drum roll to see who was chosen?
Fingers crossed to have the right video.
Good day, everybody. Today, the topic I've chosen is 3, 2, 1 to set up contest. You may ask, what does 3, 2, 1 mean? You're going to find out really soon. But before that, I would like to tell you why I've chosen contest as my topic. I believe a good contest provides a home for grammar. Grammar are notorious for being extremely boring for students. However, if we provide a good context, learning grammar could be interactive, engaging, and even fun. Now, let me tell you, what does 3, 2, 1 mean? 3, 2, 1 means 3 qualities of the contest, 2 reminders when setting up, and 1 activity for demonstration. Let's start with 3 qualities of the contest. In order to make the contest effective, it has to be, first of all, authentic, meaning that it has to relate to students' everyday lives. Number 2, it needs to have a narrative. In other words, it has to have a storyline. Sometimes a simple and funny one works the best. And finally, characters. A good story always has to have characters. Moving on to 2. Okay, 2 reminders when setting up. First of all, we need marker sentence. Marker sentence means sentences that uses the grammar item that you are teaching. 1 or 2 will do. But remember, do not tell your students the marker sentences right away. You have to elicit the sentence from them by asking them questions. Questions are also very important when setting up a contest because on one hand, help elicit prior knowledge from students. On the other hand, they engage students and keep them busy. Moving on to the final part, 1 activity for demonstration. I've chosen stick figure because I believe it's a low prep activity and it's very easy to use. Only pen and paper can help you finish the activity. That's all you need. So let me do a demonstration for you. It would be great if you can respond to me in real time, okay? So this is Bob, everybody. Please say hi to Bob. Hi. Oh, but Bob can't hear you. Why? Yes, he's sleeping. But now it's already in the morning and something rang. What is it? Can anyone tell me? Yes, it's the alarm clock. But Bob is still sleeping. Oh no, it's nearly late for school. Because Bob doesn't want to be late for school, he has to do something. What is he doing right now? Can anyone tell me? Yes, he's running to school and he's not happy. He's actually pretty unhappy. And he said something. He said, what did he say? That's right. He said, I should have woken up earlier. I should have woken up earlier. And that's the marker sentence for this context. So that's all for my demonstration. And that's all for my presentation on 3, 2, 1 to set up contexts. I believe that if you remember all the steps, learning would be a pleasure to students, but not pressure. And from now on, hopefully grammar lessons would be fun and interactive for your students, and hopefully students would love to join our grammar lessons. Thank you.
Yay, Jonathan! Yay!
Wow, fabulous.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jonathan. Have you got your own YouTube channel? You should definitely do that.
Do you want to collaborate with me on mine?
Yeah.
Definitely feel like there's some future YouTubers in this room.
Yeah. All right, and it's time to take a look at room C. In room C, we had 2 finalists, and they were Anna and Jenny.
Congratulations, Anna and Jenny.
Congratulations to Anna and Jenny. And drumroll, please. Fiona will reveal.
Checking myself.
She's a bit nervous now. Yeah. Yay. Congratulations, Jenny.
If somebody suggested to you, let's ask our students to set their own learning goals, what would your first reaction be? Here's what many of us would probably think. It's true that getting students to set their own goals is a huge challenge, but it is one we must undertake if we truly wish to make learning more meaningful for our students. Here are 3 tips for you to help your students set personal learning goals. Tip 1. Teach the SMART framework to set goals. When students are first asked to set their own learning goals, many of them say really general things like, I will get 90 marks on my next test, or I will learn 100 new words every day. These goals are super unhelpful because they don't break down the steps students need to take, or they're too unrealistic. To help students set goals more productively, we can teach them the SMART framework, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Here are some examples of goals that follow this framework. Tip 2. Make it visual. For example, you could set up a learning intentions wall in the classroom where each student can post their learning goals. This will not only serve as a visual reminder for students, but it may also help them foster a growth mindset, especially if students also post the steps they will take to achieve their goals, and we get them to track their progress throughout their learning journey. And of course, having a learning intentions wall will benefit teachers too. Teaching is hard because so much of learning is invisible, so why pass up the opportunity to physically represent our students' thinking process? Last but not least, get students to regularly self-reflect. Though goal setting and self-reflecting are 2 separate practices, they are and should be interconnected in the classroom. There are so many ways to get students to do self-reflection. Whichever one you choose to use, the important thing is to make sure students look back on their learning progress at the end of each lesson and make an honest evaluation of how they're doing. If they feel they've met the targets for that lesson, then great. Their goal for next lesson would be to attempt something more challenging. If they don't feel very confident, that's okay too. The next goal would be to identify what exactly they're struggling with and practice until they feel they've got it. Getting students to set their own learning goals is never easy, especially in Hong Kong schools where the class sizes are large and students still rely on their teachers to tell them what to do. But if you think about it, students are setting goals for themselves all the time in their own lives, especially if it's something meaningful to them. Therefore, as teachers, we need to make learning meaningful for our students. We can do this by first making sure students understand the expected learning outcomes before we guide them in setting their own goals and sticking to them. Hopefully the 3 tips in this video have given you some insight into these things. Thank you for listening. Bye!
Yay, great one, Jenny.
Yay, thank you. Would you like to do a nice big turn your microphone on and clap for everybody? Clap for yourself. Every video was so great. Go, go, go. Let's clap, clap, clap.
Yeah.
Let's go, Donovan. Let's go, Donovan.
I would, and for all of those who were finalists as well, they just were so amazing, those videos.
Yeah, it really was incredible. So thank you to everybody for all of you, for the beautiful work you put into all of your videos. And thank you to those finalists and those 3 that were winners. And
There's
now we have
more to go. Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
There's one more. You're right, Tanya, all really well made.
But it doesn't end there.
It doesn't end here. There is one more. And this one is called the QI Special Selection. And this is one that we feel represents all of you and the work that you have produced across the course and some of the key ideas that are so important for us that you take with you going forward into your teaching careers. So you can see we have Joyce was one of our finalists, and we have Kelvin as one of our finalists, and Liam. So there was one from each room, and the winner was someone who did a lot of synthesizing across the whole course.
Congratulations, Joyce.
How to give unforgettable feedback. As a student, I enjoy receiving and reading feedback, not just because I enjoy being appreciated. I also find the feedback encouraging and constructive so that I can improve. But now, putting our teacher's hats on, what kinds of feedback do you usually give? Good work? Excellent. When we are encouraging our students, yes, we do. But what are you going to write if you are going to give a more comprehensive and useful feedback that plants into your students' mind so that they could have worked on specific parts? And how can students give constructive feedback to each other? Here I have summarized some of the feedback frameworks that we have used during the immersion, and I'll elaborate on them. First of all, we can ask our students what did we see, what did we think, and what did we feel. So that start from telling facts, students learn to think and to organize the emotions. Secondly, the 6 thinking hats help students to provide feedback in a systematical and critical way. We can have students divided in groups to think about each hat so that they learn to work together. Glow and Grow is a handy framework that can encourage the students to grow within the accomplishments. Start with 1 or 2 improvements each time can help the students to stay focused, but most importantly, challenge the students and boost their resilience when they take in constructive comments. Similarly, we have feedback and feed forward, which also focuses on how are we going and where do we go next. But this framework focuses on the small steps towards the goal. We can teach the students to work on tiny steps. The last one is tag feedback, which can challenge the students with questions and give them suggestions by building on what they have done. At last, when we are giving feedback, some of the useful tips would be specific in correction and do not blame the children of what we are not teaching. Correcting every mistake in the work could overwhelm the students and make the correction out of focus. Effective feedback can help us to challenge the students, encourage error detection and self-assessment. Students also increase effort when there is a clear goal. Hope that helps when you do not know how to write a feedback. Thank you.
Yay, lovely.
Well done. I just don't think I could say enough well done to everybody yesterday. And thank you to everyone for all the work you put into your videos. And we saw so much synthesis happening. We were really impressed. So thank you all so much. We had a lovely day yesterday, and I know that you guys did too.
Thank you so much. And what a wonderful portfolio and record you now have to show your future employers or your practicum schools or any of your future teaching colleagues would, I'm sure, be very impressed with those portfolios of work. So well done. It is time now. You've heard from some of your colleagues already through video, but it's now time to hear some in real life. So our student reps, you can get yourselves ready. And I'm going to hand over to Vicky to lead our student remarks. section.
Thanks so much, Fee. I wanted to say as well, I wanted to add to what Kira and Fiona have already said about how the top-notch quality of all of the work that everybody has put in over the last 6 weeks. And I'm absolutely delighted to be able to introduce the next 3 people who have just been stunning participants in their classes. And I'm so excited to hear what they have to say. First up, I'd like to introduce, speaking on behalf of the blue class, the secondary teachers, the lovely Jonathan Chinying Tang, sorry for my pronunciation, who is going to speak to you all about the blue class's experiences. Please give him a round of applause.
Jonathan, let's go.
Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan, let's go.
Okay, so actually, because time is short, I just use most of the time to thank our teachers and also thank like HKU and institution. So it's my deepest pleasure to represent the blue class. And on behalf of my peers, I would first like to thank you, HKU and Tanya, for offering us this opportunity to take up this opportunity to be in this online immersion. I would also like to show my gratitude to Queensland Institute for providing us with such an amazing 6-week journey. I think we've learned a lot, no matter in teaching, no matter in being a teacher, or how to organize different activities. And I'm so glad to be part of the blue class, no matter in discussion sections, the feedback sessions, or after class. When we have fun, we all have been such good friends and co-workers. Can't wait to see every one of you on Monday. So a special thanks to 3 of our teachers, Kira, Philippa, and Vicky. You all have been brilliant teachers to us. First, Kira, thank you for being an empathetic teacher who always pay attention to everyone in class. You inspire me to be a caring teacher as well. Furthermore, thank you for teaching us so many Aussie facts. We will always remember to swim between the flags and never to touch a bat in Australia. And moving on to Philippa, thank you so much for being patient and kind to us. You set a perfect example of how to be a responsible teacher. We will also remember the Spanish you taught us. Next time when we see a person who speaks Spanish, instead of saying, how are you? We're definitely going to say, and everyone can join us, ¿Qué tal? Yeah, right. I think everyone knows that. And finally, Vicky, you're like a friend to us. You're very genuine to us, and it's that kind of teacher who students would like to spend time with. Of course, your beautiful voice is something that we all always going to remember. So in order to show the thanks of like blue class of us, our class actually made 3 posters, each of which includes some of the classmates' notes of thanks to all our teachers. And I've actually just uploaded it to the Padlet. So, I think it's not this, sorry. Just a moment, please. It's actually up on Padlet. So maybe if you all have time, go and check these out. We've got a poster of Philippa, a poster of Kira, and a poster of Vicky. So hope you would like our comments, because I think that it's not enough only me like showing our thanks. So everybody of us has actually written something. So yeah, that's all for our class.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, class. How lovely. What a beautiful
blue class. What a great idea. Fantastic.
That is absolutely delightful. And I'm very touched. I know Kira, Philippa, you'd feel the same. Wow, all those lovely words, those kind words, and I can't wait to go and read your posters. That's a delightful gesture. Thank you. Very impressive. Thank you, Jonathan. Next, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Catherine Ka Yan from the gold class. Again, apologies for my pronunciation. Please correct me at some point. So take it away, Catherine. Over to you.
Good day. On behalf of the gold class, I'd like to say a big thank you to Tanya and Dr. Lowe, who's not with us today. We're really grateful for immersion, and it's been such a rewarding learning experience. So to show our appreciation, I've written an ode to our lovely QI tutors. And yes, I've made a video. I use Canva, obviously. It's an Australian company. So here goes. Can you hear? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to share sound. Ooh. Can you hear now? Okay.
Yes.
Ode to QI Tutors by Catherine. Sweet like nectar, with the voice of an angel. Look at this table. Wow, Vicky is capable. Thanks to her, we've subscribed to Teaching in Harmony for song ideas to foster creativity. Go Kira, founder of Chalk. She brings characters to life as if they walk and talk. Thanks to her, we can converse in Aussie English. No chocky bickies. I'm preggers, maybe an avo. Ooh, trying to be healthy? Good on you, bravo. Ola Philippa, hashtag 100% Kiwi. To fulfill our dreams, consult Philippa, aka Jeannie. Thanks for sowing seeds of wisdom in our lives, cultivating our growth like she grows her veggies and chives. Finally, Fiona, our QI tech guru. Thanks for being a trailblazer through and through. Oh wait, she plays the ukulele too? So refreshing, like Mountain Dew. Thank you. We'll miss you.
Oh my God, that was delightful.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Bravo, bravo. Wow.
Ah, perfecto. Hey, Philippa.
Perfecto, sí.
So gorgeous. Oh, that was delightful. I don't know how to recover. I think I've got tears.
So no pressure to our final speaker today.
Yeah. Moving on to it is my pleasure to move from that lovely ode to a fantastic representative for Green Class, somebody who's just always there and ready with an answer. The lovely Camille Catolico.
Yeah.
I'll hand over to you on behalf to speak on behalf of Green Class, Camille.
I'm Camille, representing Green Class, and we'd like to thank Queensland Institute for this amazing experience. So I want to highlight 3 things that Green Class feels thankful for. And the first thing that I would like to highlight is Fiona from week 1. So Fiona, thank you so much for guiding us through Australia with your sweet personality, and also for taking the time to record all our learning experiences on Padlet. The second highlight we feel grateful for is Vicky. So Vicky, thank you for being so funny, for introducing us to Grammar Bob, and blessing us with your beautiful singing. The third highlight we are grateful for is Kira. So Kira, thank you for giving us advice through your experiences in storytelling, and also reading to us throughout the weeks. And to the 3 of you, just generally, thank you for being so patient and encouraging and helping us to explore new techniques, and for your feedback, and for being personal but professional at the same time. And I hope that we can all meet face to face in Australia sometime in the future. So yeah.
So sweet. Thank you.
That was lovely. Thank you so much, Camille. Absolutely gorgeous. And you're very welcome. If anyone needs me to sing anytime, I'm like totally up for it.
You can upload your singing on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Well, subscribe on YouTube. Anyway, and so I want to say on behalf of the trainers, a massive thank you to all of you amazing participants in this course. So give yourselves a big round of applause, please, for being fantastic.
Every day we've been so impressed.
So impressed.
Yeah,
I'm moved. Oh, I'm so moved by all of those amazing words from our colleagues in Hong Kong. Sorry.
We are coming to the close. Sad. Coming to the close of our graduation ceremony and our time together for now. So we'd love to give an opportunity to our partners and colleagues at the University of Hong Kong to share some final messages with all of you as well. I'll hand over to you, Tanya.
Well, I'll be short and sweet. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you to the representatives for representing your classmates so admirably. That was just terrifically well done. Lovely, really heartfelt. That was wonderful. A huge thank you to Fiona, to Kira, to Vicky, and of course Philippa for all your teaching, your organization. As we prepare for e-immersion, there are just layers and layers of work, and I can really see that our students come away with so much from the program. I have to tell you that none of the other majors have their own Padlet or this kind of video clip which you've made that really illustrates your knowledge and insights into teaching, but also gives a very strong impression of you. So in a sense, you kind of get something that nobody else does on the whole PGDE program. And I think that will make you strong whenever it comes to looking for work. I mean, having your own video, etc., makes you a bit distinctive, and a bit unique when it comes to applying for work. However, I think we're coming to the rounding up stage. So I'm just very happy to see you all back in Hong Kong on Monday morning. And just because I have to say it, remember that the lifts get very busy before 10:30. So please make sure you leave yourself lots of time to get up the lift to get to your class at 10:30, which, starting at 10:30 is a luxury. No job starts at 10:30, that's for sure. Okay, just to remind you that your final reflection is due, and the folder for that is on Moodle, the EL Moodle, and it's open. And earlier I emailed you all with the little Qualtrics link for the survey. Thank you. So please make sure to fill that in. Also, this is not the last time to be together, because if you remember, on the 25th of November, you've got your micro teaching coming up. So I think I've been emailed the schedule for that. So you're first of all in your major groups, primary and secondary, and then we come together after that. So remember, you're going to tell us, myself and Rona, which little groups you're in, okay? And then Tuesday 29th, we're going to be thinking about the adjacent possible, how some of these tools, platforms could be used in regard to the Hong Kong situation, and also inviting back to grads from PGDE English to come and talk to you about how they made use of their tools, etc., in their own teaching. So again, huge thank you and kudos whoop, whoop, to all my lovely Australian and Kiwi colleagues. And thank you very much, PGDE Full-Time English, you're great. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday morning at 10:30 in Mengwa Secondary Group, and seeing all of you together later on in November. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
And I'm going to finally hand over to one of your trainers, but also the co-director of the Queensland Institute. Over to you, Philippa.
Thanks, Fiona, and thanks, everybody. Well, I don't have a video prepared, nor slides, nor anything. That was incredible. That was tops. You have been the most amazing, awesome PGDE group that I've ever taught, and that's honest. Honestly, I cannot believe the skills and the knowledge and the qualities that you all have. And it's really fabulous to hear from you, Tanya, that the kind of skills that they've got from the program are going to stand them in such good stead as they go into their practicum and as you get out there and look for jobs as well. So you are already fantastic teachers, all of you. We know you are going to be really, really great teachers. So congratulations on everything you've achieved, on the hard work and dedication and commitment you've shown. And yeah, go forth keep in touch with us, keep in touch with each other, and keep supporting each other in the really wonderful way that you have done all through this program. Share your skills, your knowledge, your time, because you've got a lot to give each other. So a huge, huge, yeah, congratulations to you all, and thank you. Yeah, just enormous. Yeah. And I'd also just like to thank Tanya and Dr. Lowe and Vivian. Please pass on our thanks, Tanya. Thank you so much for your support, as always, all through the year. It's really been great working with you. And then finally, I'd like to thank our wonderful trainers and my QI colleagues for their dedication and hard work and making this program a real success. So thank you very, very much. And I'll pass back to Fiona to tell you how we can all keep in touch. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Philippa.
Thank you.
Now it's time. Da, 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 da. No, it's getting too low. I can't sing it all. But it's time to say congratulations to you and to let you know that very soon in an inbox near you, you will be receiving your digital certificate from the Queensland Institute. This particular certificate congratulates Philippa, Vicky and Kira on also graduating from e-immersion after this 6 weeks, massive effort from all of you. So you can look forward to your certificate coming soon. We would love to stay in touch with all of you. There are many ways that you can do that. If you want to scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to our socials where you can connect there. We'll share stories and photos and videos, and we might be talking to some of the finalists and room representatives to see if they're willing to share their videos more publicly, because we think they are an incredible representation of your cohort and your colleagues and also the program. So thank you so much for sharing your teaching with us throughout the last 6 weeks, and we hope that you will keep sharing those stories with us. We love hearing from you. We know you have our details, our emails, and all of the ways to get in touch with us. We'd love to keep hearing about how it goes. And many of our alumni inform the work that we do with all of you. So some of those things that you've enjoyed have come from the stories that your colleagues of the past who are now out there in their schools trying all these things out and saying, oh, thank goodness we had the slow looking thing. I used it the other day when I went on a field trip and my students loved it, for example. So we know to keep some of those things in thanks to all of you. So I think we're all feeling a little bit sad to say goodbye, but I would love for us to take our final photo together. So if you want to get yourselves all zhuzhed up and ready to go. Oh, Kira's even changed her background to party background. Nice.
Oh, and it's got every class's color in it now.
Yes, I have green, gold, and blue in my dress today, just for all of you too.
Do I have time to redo my mascara after all the speeches made me cry?
Okay, the glasses are covering it. It's all good. Let me see if I can get everybody in the one shot. Are we ready? Yes. Here we go. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more for the blinkers. And here we go.
Jeff's sleeping.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's do a crazy one. You know the crazy ones are always the best. So you have to think of some kind of cool pose or something that you want to do. I like the hands up. That's nice. A little bit of jazz hands or something. Is
bit of finger modeling.
Finger modeling, a little bit of love, whatever you want to do.
Tiny dances.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's always the best. Absolutely. Yay. And give yourselves a million pats on the back. You did
Yay, well done, well done.
Woohoo!
Thank you for everything you've shared, guys. It's just been so lovely.
Yeah, and please unmute all together now and give a shout out. Congratulations.
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 Yay!
And for this final part of graduation, I'd like to sing a little song goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
The little goodbye song that from when I used to teach kindergarten.
Oh.
See you later. See you later. Goodbye, girls. Goodbye, boys. See you later, girls and boys. Bye.
And the next song is no. Anyone else?
Karaoke time.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. We're just a little bit over time, and we know that you would love to get on and wrap up your Padlets and write your final reflections and do all the final bits and pieces before your weekend begins. We are so excited for you to be in your schools next week. Firstly, back at Hong Kong, and then, Wednesday and Thursday out in your schools. You're so ready, and we feel incredibly proud of all of you and your work and your commitment to the program and to each other throughout the course. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest. And maybe there's a little task for Monday, Tanya, that they have on the Moodle coming soon.
Just to complete the reflection, please, and fill in the Qualtrics survey. Thank you very much. And I emailed you with that already. So if it's okay, I'm just going to quickly pop the survey link onto the chat, and you can see that you can quickly save it. So thank you, everybody. That's lovely. Oh, I'm excited to get you back. That's very nice.
Yeah. Give everybody a hug from us, Tanya, when you see them.
Yeah,
definitely.
I will do. I will do. Yeah, will do.
Yeah, or at least a hi.
Australia.
See you in Australia.
Thank you, everyone. You are free to go, but we
take care.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for your hard
I'll
work.
need to say goodbye.
Great working with you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Crocodile.
Thank you.
See you.
Oh. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you soon. See you Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy weekend.
Bye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Bye.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Oh.
How gorgeous are those videos?